When Africans come to America, they're busting their behinds to get degrees, become doctors, lawyers, and stuff like that. So when Africans look at African Americans, they're like, these people have credit cards. We don't even have credit cards. These people are not even working.
Bitch, you done lost your mind. I see now that you ain't got the good sense that God gave you. Cause what?
And we come here, we busting our asses, and now we're doing this. We're now six figures, and these people have all these years to become all these great jobs and careers. Y'all have all this time to get free money, free loans.
Bitch, you done lost your mind. I see now that you ain't got the good sense that God gave you. Cause what?
And we don't get that back at home. And guess what? We're right here, and y'all are still here.
Bitch, you done lost your mind. I see now that you ain't got the good sense that God gave you. Cause what?
Africans, everybody, but all the other countries are considering y'all as being lazy because.
Bitch, you done lost your mind. I see now that you ain't got the good sense that God gave you. Cause what?
It's like, why aren't y'all getting these? Why y'all not busting y'all asses to? Y'all should be better than the Chinese. On the African side, they see is more of a ratio that we're honestly doing well, and they just feel like you guys are just not doing much. I think that's the better way to put it.
Bitch, you done lost your mind.
What do y'all feel like y'all should do in order to know where you guys come from? Are you guys doing the DNA test?
Bitch, you done lost your mind. I see now that you ain't got the good sense that God gave you. Cause what?
Telling you, we're telling you we're from America.
So you are still enforcing us to have to prove to you that we're black enough or we're African enough. We don't feel like we need to do that.
Isn't that disrespectful?
How is that disrespectful?
Because you don't even want to try.
Bitch, you done lost your mind. I see now that you ain't got the good sense that God gave you. Cause what?
Y'all not even taking the time to talk to us without criticizing us. We're weak, we're lazy, we don't fuck with them.
The fact that you didn't want to do the DNA test, the fact that you didn't want to do this is showing how ignorant you are.
Bitch, you done lost your mind. I see now that you ain't got the good sense that God gave you.
Let me ask you something. What country in Africa are you from?
I'm from America. That's what we're saying. Just like a Jamaica, just like a no, hold on. Just like somebody from Jamaica, they're not going to say what country in Africa they from. Somebody in Haiti is not going to say what country from. They're going to say they're Haitian
because they were closer from what is it called, the triangular slave trade.
But then when
bitch, you done lost your mind. I see now that you ain't got the good sense that God gave you.
You ask them that question, they're not going to have a definitive answer.
That's because they're already in their own community of Caribbeans, the Haitians, Jamaicans. They're all like in one bowl.
But Black Americans are in their own bowl as well.
That's why Africans feel that way, because you don't know where you come from.
Bitch, you done lost your mind. I see now that you ain't got the good sense that God gave you. Cause what?
Understanding that Black people from the Caribbean are Caribbean, but not understanding that Black Americans are simply just American has to be top 5 most embarrassing things I see Black Africans, Black people from the UK, and sometimes Black Caribbean people do here on the internet. I don't understand the lack of getting it in your head, especially for Black Caribbeans, because you understand your history. Why doesn't the same history apply for Black Americans, right? And I've seen the argument where they will say, oh, well, but Black Caribbeans have culture. What do you think Americans have? Americans have created languages, because the slang and the dialects of a Black person in New York is not the same dialect that's being used in California or in New Orleans or in Georgia or in Philly or Baltimore. There can be similarities, but there's distinctive differences. If you look at it similar to tribalism in Africa, where there is influence from a baseline of being one people, of being nomadic, right, and sharing things, Black Americans have done the same thing for themselves here, right? And I think when we are so ingrained of thinking, oh, well, America is this melting pot, so there is no America, like everyone has to be from somewhere, especially when we do it to our brothers and sisters who have been here for generations and generations by a source that was very corrupt and very evil as slavery. When you take away that identity and try to invoke where are you really from, it's so disrespectful, and it is a tool of white supremacy. But a lot of you are not smart enough to see that, because then you go viral or you create enemies for yourself because you're so focused on this one thoughts of what culture is supposed to look like. Black Americans are Americans. It's just that simple.
We know where we come from. We come from America, just like Jamaicans
I guess it's just more
come from Jamaica. Like, what is the difference?
Honestly, you guys don't know.
Bitch, you done lost your mind. I see now that you ain't got the good sense that God gave you. Cause what?
I think American black people are the most lost black people in the world.
Bitch, you done lost your mind. I see now that you ain't got the good sense that God gave you. Cause what?
You know, a lot of problems come from not putting people in their place the first time they tried you.
I'm just here to remind you that after 400 years, America is a legitimate country of origin. What I'm saying is when Black Americans tell you that they are American, please stop following up with, but where are you from? The answer is America. See, that's the problem with Black Americans. They don't know where they're from. Black Americans built this country. This is where they are from. It's most of the rest of us who just got here. Aside from the Native Americans, who are the OG Americans, shout out to them. Also, for the people who like to say that Black Americans don't know where they come from, do y'all say the same thing to Black Jamaicans? Black Brazilians? White Americans? I bet no one asks white Americans what part of Europe they descend from. Everyone else gets a pass on not being able to tell you where their bloodline started, but Black Americans gotta give you their genealogy. And a lot of that is rooted in this belief that Black Americans lack culture. Meanwhile, the whole world copies Black American culture, from their clothes to their music to their internet trends.
One podcast that's starting to irritate me, and I don't even click on it no more, is that podcast of them two Black American dudes who seemingly only invite Black ignorant immigrants on there just so they can disrespect us and our culture to their face as they sit there. Because it's just like, now when you watch, you just like, bro, y'all talking to the wrong Black Americans. Come tell us to our face that y'all think all Black Americans are lazy and you want to give us an excuse. I'm going to smack you in the yesteryear. And then to go a step further, even after being disrespected to no end, to go and call their land and the motherland is crazy. What the fuck is up with Black Americans, man? I never understood that retort of that land being the fucking motherland. Y'all are fucking nuts. Y'all don't be putting two and two to fucking together. The Africa that exists now didn't even exist then. And I never get how these Africans can go on these rampages against Black Americans, and the things that they are so proud that they grow there are native to the Americas, and were native to the Americas prior to any European coming over here, that we had to teach them how to grow and maintain. You feel what I'm saying? We can't tell you how to teach you how to grow nothing that we ain't never grown before. You feel what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how much I don't know how to grow it, and I can't tell you how to grow it, but I know somebody who can. You feel what I'm saying? You mean to tell me the same people that are bragging on having potatoes and sweet potatoes and tomatoes and peanuts and cassava and all other type of shit, things that are native to the Americas, y'all sit around and let these people belittle you about things that are native to your land? Crazy how the people with the only melanated people with hundreds of documented proof to prove what they're saying are the same ones constantly attacked about who they are. You'll never hear no Jamaican or Haitian not only call that land the motherland, but you'll never hear them go on no rampages on asking a Jamaican or Haitian, you can't name your tribe and things like this, because the truth of the matter is none of them can. That's why they have a problem with us calling ourselves American and just American, because this is what we can prove. None of them can prove who they are. None. And why would y'all think, let's just put two and two together. I'm going to end the video like this. I ain't calling nobody stupid. I'm just saying, what makes y'all think if you have people, a culture of people that put a school together for $2, built Bethune-Cookman College with $2, a little less than $2, and like 4 or 5 children, in the midst of being attacked and brutalized, all that. You feel what I'm saying? What makes you think that the same people that sit here and spew hate to us, what makes you think that they are the smart ones and they can't do this now and nobody ain't fucking with them? It's the reason why people are asking us to build schools. They're asking us the way. There's a reason why we're the focus from everybody, positive or negative. You ain't got to like Black Americans, that's cool. We don't like y'all neither. But there's a reason why we're constantly the focus, bad or good. Now, the next time y'all want to go on these rampages about Black Americans, you don't know who you are. Prove who you are before you say this. And make sure that you can prove it more than 400 years back, because you have to match my lineage. You have to match what I can prove now. So just make sure the next time you go on this rampage, make sure you can go back this far, so we can go document for document. I'm going to say this one thing about this whole Black Americans don't have culture. Y'all don't know where y'all from. I wish this debate would end because it's always us. For Black Americans to so-called not know where they come from, even though we do know where we come from the Americas, it baffles me how all other Black or African people and everywhere else want to always attack Black Americans. Why y'all always attacking us? Because we have the most prominent culture. If we didn't have the most prominent culture, nobody wouldn't be coming for us. But the reality of it is Black Americans, whether it is positive or not, we built our own culture that's based off of our Black experience in America. Everybody be copping it. Everybody, even the Africans be copping it. Y'all be stealing Black American culture. Y'all only coming for us because our culture is just that prevalent, that prominent. And then for old girl who brought it up to be saying, we come over here, we do better than y'all. Baby, if it wasn't for my Black indigenous culture here in America, you and whoever else wouldn't even couldn't even come over here. You wouldn't have been able to even come over here. And you only coming over here because your family had the money to come over here. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how the only Africans who can actually immigrate stuff. Y'all got money. The only Africans who can afford to come to America and go to school here and be here are the African parents who have money. So the small percentage of y'all compared to the...
One of the things that always pisses me off when people try to act as if Black Americans have no fucking culture and as if we don't know where we come from. Baby girl, my mama, my grandma, my big mama, my granny, my granny's mama, and my granny's mama all came from America. I'm American. And see, it wasn't until I went through my enlightenment phase when I denounced Christianity and I started actually learning about America and learning about the world and learning about the true contributions of Black Americans to the society outside of chattel slavery and outside of the civil rights movement, in which I became proud to be a Black American. See, I hate using this word sometimes, but the resilience of my people is astonishing. The things that we actually went through. If you've never actually read about true slavery, you need to as a Black person, because then you will understand why a lot of us feel the way we do about a lot of different things. And I had this theory when I was going through my enlightenment phase that the reason why in which they try to make us feel as if we are just Africans who just were like put here is because you won't fight for what is yours. You won't fight for your rights. See, this country was built on the backs of our people. And until we truly understand that and we started using that as a force for us to fight and to band together, we will continue to pretend be as if we're lost. Because you can say what the hell you want to, but Black Americans are from America. That's it. That's all.
So this is kind of bothering me. So I really don't understand what is so hard to comprehend about the fact that Black Americans are actually Americans. We're not immigrants. We're not from somewhere else. We're not from some unknown la la land. We are actually Americans. There was this like African lady. I don't even know. She must have been West African. I don't really know where she was from specifically. But we were having a conversation. I was just trying to explain to her about the Black American experience and a little bit about our history and telling her that, you know, we are actually Americans. And she kept going back and forth trying to rebuttal me and saying that, no, we're African and we're, you know, nobody's actually American. There's no such thing as really being an American unless you're Native American. And, you know, basically trying to say that I'm just a lost in the sauce, or we're all, as Black Americans, we're just a bunch of lost in the sauce people that don't know who we are, where we came from, and we're really just lost Africans. And then she goes on to say, you know, because of course I'm combating her like, no, we're American. Like, you know, I'm telling her the history. We've been here since the 1600s. Like, that's when the first slaves got over here. You know, we're a mixture of all different parts of the West African coast and Central Africa, and then we got blood from other ethnicities, and now we are what we are. And then she says, why do you want to be American so bad? As if I'm like a foreigner or an immigrant that's like fighting to have my American identity. I don't need to fight to have an American identity because I am an American. So it's like, what do you mean, why do I want to be an American so bad? Why do I want to be American so bad? What else am I supposed to be? what else would I claim to be other than what I am? I can't claim to be from where she is from West Africa. I can't claim to be from there. If the
person would say, I'm black. And then I'm like, I know you're black. I can see that you're black.
As a well-traveled black American, I get this question all the time. And I'm always confused because I'm like, you know who Michael Jackson is, Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama, Beyonce. But you don't know much about black Americanness. Like, blackness is a race around the world. It's also a race in America, but it is an ethnicity. Black American is an ethnicity. That means that folks are, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th generation American. That is their culture. That is their ethnicity. That is our ethnicity. And most people, especially black folks from the UK, Canada, France, they assume that because they're 2nd and 3rd generation immigrant, that all black people in America are, and that's not true. Only about 10% of black people in America have an immigrant experience.
Americans,
okay,
going through slavery, Jim Crow, even 2020, they would not be here right now.
So who is they?
West Africans, other black groups in different countries. West Africans, Caribbeans, South Americans, like Brazilians and things of that nature.
So you saying slavery was just straight black Americans?
It was not straight black Americans. You had other groups like Native Americans and stuff that were a part of it as well. But when it comes to building what we have here now in this country as black people, the other cultures will not be here.
Just say you're African American, just say you're African Americans, because black is
we're black though. We're not African American. We're black American.
But I just feel like we're not there.
But you don't think that people be like that is to separate us, is to keep us away from each other?
100%. Everything is to separate us.
It's for us not to know who we are, though.
It's 100% separation initially, but at this point, Black American is a
pride thing.
It's the culture. It's more than just a color. It's not. It's an ethnicity. We have food. We have culture. We have music. So it's not just it's not just color now. But we go back to like the early times, it was that he looks dark, so Negro, or you know what I mean. But now it's a ethnicity, just like any other culture.
And I think black now has more pride. For us, I'm a black American. I don't know my origin, so for me to say I'm African American, I feel like that's me fronting.
No, you know your origin. You just said it.
They don't give a fuck about you. Like, they rarely is your friend. Like, if they get a chance, if these Africans in Atlanta get a chance to fuck you over or talk about you behind your back and you can't understand, you best fucking believe they will. Now, some of them is Americanized and they genuinely got black American friends. They genuinely believe in the movement. A lot of them was out marching with us back in 2020. I know a lot of good Africans, so I'm not talking about all of them, but most of them, and even the ones that are sweet to you, they still got some preconceived notion that they were taught by their parents in the back of their head about you. And the moment you do something to make them mad or do something that they think fits up in that stereotype, baby, they gonna show you. They gonna show you that they think they better than you. They gonna show you that they think that you inferior to them. They gonna show you the truth gonna come out. Black American women. Find somebody that value Black American women in Atlanta. Find somebody that value you. And not somebody that just want to fuck on you, play around with you because you over-sexualize and they think we extra freaks and they want to use us for pussy. No, these African men ain't really fucking with you out here in Atlanta. Like, it might be a small percentage that actually date Black American women, take them serious and marry them. And even if you will even be their girlfriend, but they never will see you being their wife. So just take this with a grain of salt. Okay? Take it. And take it in consideration next time you see how African men interact with you and how they try to overly touch on you and they just met you, and how they overly sexualize you and they just met you. They don't know you, but they just think that's what you're about. They don't give a fuck about you. Like, they rarely...
Hey, brother, so I know what you're trying to say, but that's not true. Ethnically, African Americans are mixed up with white. Just about every single last one of us are mixed with European. It was forced upon our ancestors. Even me, you see how dark I am? I think I'm like 10% European, but I don't claim it because it was forced in my family, so I don't claim that shit. I will never claim that shit. But again, for the most part, ethnically, we are not as African ethnically than someone who was from Africa, unless their ancestors also dipped and indulged in European genetics. And again, most of the time it wasn't their choice.
And I don't say African Americans. Please understand something. I don't condemn Africans. I don't criticize Africans. But I don't know anything about Africa. I've never been to Africa. I don't know the streets. I don't have any cousins. I don't know any friends. I know nothing about Africa. I was born, bred, raised right here in America. I am 100% American, and I am nothing else. I'm okay with that. You don't need to call me an African American. I don't need the prefix put on the front of who I am, because now you're trying to take away from my Americanism. So that's how I am. You may be different. That's fine. You want to chase your heritage in Africa? That's fine. I chase mine here in America because I see America from a different perspective now. I understand the importance of America and how great America is. That's why people are running here.
Shipped here without our permission. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and I think that's where the confusion comes in, because the culture is lost for African Americans. They don't know.
We shouldn't be attacked.
Started here 400 years ago. It came from Africa. So now you got Senegalese culture mixed in.
I've talked about how foreign people of color are jealous of the perceived privileges that Black American people have. And based on the feedback in my comments from Black American people, I would like to add some key details to that discussion. The biggest takeaway that I observed from the feedback in that video from Black American people is that foreign people of color absolutely refuse to accept and acknowledge the price that Black people had to pay to have these liberties and privileges. And it's a price that Black American people still pay today. It's a price that was paid in blood, bones, backs, muscles, joints, autonomy, freedom, etc. See, what I've observed being a foreigner myself and being raised in a foreign family, what I've observed is that foreigners are in this silent one-way competition with Black American people as to who is oppressed more. And it's very much like oppression Olympics. Yeah, well, you have that stuff going on in your country. In my country, we have XYZ. In my country, our politicians are all corrupt. In my country, we have famines. In my country, etc., etc. It's like this routine dismissal of the price that Black Americans have to pay to be American. As so many of the commenters in that video pointed out, being Black in America has not been a cakewalk, for lack of a better phrase. It hasn't been something easy. And something else that Black American people also pointed out is that foreigners can choose to migrate to America and move to America because foreign people of color, we have autonomy. We have agency in being able to choose where we live and where we call home. For Black American people, historically, that choice was robbed from them. It was deprived from them because imperial powers traveled to the continent of Africa, kidnapped African individuals by violence and by force, trafficked them to the Americas, and then forced them into chattel slavery for hundreds of years. We cannot underestimate the centuries that Black American people spent as enslaved property in the eyes of the law. Then after that chattel slavery was over, Black Americans then had to spend a subsequent, 2 centuries under Jim Crow and segregation laws still being viewed as inhumane property. Can we please remember that Black American people did not have the right to vote in elections until the 1960s? 1964 specifically. My mother was born in 1966, just for reference, and I'm a 31-year-old millennial. Thank you to all of the commenters who provide.
Welcome back to Big Bad Podcast. I'm your host. So, it's a Cornball Podcast. This nigga's called the Daily Wrap-Up Crew. They got 240-something thousand subscribers. We get the same views though. I think I see what I'm saying. We get the same views. These niggas be ethnic baiting. Having immigrants talk shit. These niggas is half Black Americans. All they do is start diaspora wars. So, what I'm gonna do the job they didn't do. These niggas is cornballs. Let's get into it. So, I'm gonna get into these clips of this podcast. These niggas is cornballs. These niggas is half Black Americans, and all they do is get Haitians, Caribbeans, Africans up there to talk ignorance. These niggas, they talk stupid shit. But they don't get no views other than this. My nigga, look, it's like a crew of niggas, like 3 or 4 niggas, right? All they do is get these unattractive females from Africa, the Caribbean, culture vulture bitches who disrespect us. They come here, they allow immigrants to have a platform to disrespect us. Because all these niggas is half Jamaican, half Haitian, whatever these niggas is, these niggas is half Black Americans. But they stand in as if they American. Look, I ain't got time for no half-breed niggas. Like, I ain't got time. You a half Black American, don't speak for Black Americans. You're not one of us. If you are an African born in America, you're not African American. You're an African in America. You're not African Caribbean. You're not African American. And a lot of people, I'm seeing that lately now. Oh, I'm an African American because I'm African. I was born here. Fuck all that. No. African American have a history of people that does not involve any African or Caribbean. Everything that stamp and that label that African Americans contributed to America and the world is not an African or Caribbean. That's dead that. So what has African in it? Doesn't mean we are African. That shit is new. That is just a label niggas put on us in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? Jesse Jackson, all that sellout shit, because that was making room and an identity for the African immigrants that was yet to come. The minute we had that fucking label, the minute African immigrants started coming here in the 80s. Before the 80s, wasn't that many Africans here. Before the 60s, there was that many Caribbeans here. You have a few who was here, not African, but Caribbeans who was here because, you know, we own St. Thomas, we own the Virgin Islands, that's the Americans, Jamaica right there, Haiti's right there. So you had a few of them who was here, but they still not African American. And I would say this, Black doesn't mean today what it meant back then. The whole Black identity is becoming a global identity. It's a global identity, but it's not. Black is just an English term for what we are. Like French and Spanish have their own terms for Blackness. This is the only place in the world where people think they can come and move here and become the people. Like a Chinese person could move here, right? And think he's an American because he's born here. No, you're not born. You're not an American because you're born here. You can't just be born here and everything in America's history doesn't ties you. That's not your history. You can't be like, oh, I'm American, so American history is yours. Black history is not yours. The civil rights history is not yours. Slavery history is not yours. The founder father is not yours. None of these, you don't have nothing tied to this. If your parents from somewhere else, that's what you are. No matter where you go, there you are. We're not pretending that y'all changing your identity magically.
Malcolm said if that's the case, if a cat has kittens in the oven, does that make them biscuits? No. It doesn't matter where the cat has the kittens. The kittens come from a cat. The kittens are cats. Being born here don't make me no American.
It's an identity crisis going on with everybody except us. Everyone coming amongst us and having a problem with us when they cannot even come around us. You have Jamaicans coming around us, Haitians coming around us saying we bully them. Nigga, if a Black American was born in Jamaica or Haiti, who you think would bully that kid? Everyone get bullies. I'm tired of that shit, first of all. I'm dead all that. You know what I mean? And secondly, just because you dress like us, just because you talk like us doesn't make you us. I'm tired of hearing all that. If a cop put us over, we the same. We only the same because you dressing like us and you talking like us. If you dress like you talk, if you dress like you dress and talk like you talk, a cop wouldn't confuse us. And I don't see Africans getting killed every day. I don't see Caribbeans getting killed every day. I don't see Jamaicans getting killed every day. I see Black Americans getting killed by cops every day. So all that if a cop put us over shit, no, it ain't the same. Because if it was the same, more of y'all be getting murdered by police. So dead on that shit too, right? But I'm getting to these clips, and I'm going to critique these clips, and the shit is disrespectful and it's boring. And this whole podcast, fuck all of them. There's no shot. Fuck these niggas. Fuck these fuck these niggas. These niggas is cornballs. Dorks. Half-breed niggas. Fuck these half-ethnic niggas. They don't represent or talk for us, but yet they give these immigrant leeches, these parasites, platforms, and only for views. Niggas do anything for views. Cornball dork shit. These niggas is corn. Look at their views and look at mine. Now my shit might be, I don't do this shit daily. I ain't consistent, you know what I'm saying? But I still get 5,000 views, 3,000 views, 2,500 views. The lowest I got probably 2,500 views. I still get 90,000 views, 70,000 views, 20,000 views. My shit vary, you know what I'm saying? A bit on topic. I know. I kind of got the gist of this, but I don't give a fuck enough. I don't really do this for like, clout and shit. I don't give a fuck enough, right? I do the fuck I want to do. I don't do this every day because I do the fuck I want to do. But I'm gonna get into this. I'm getting into these clips. I'm gonna break these shit down. All right, let's get into it.
You still haven't answered my question as to what us Africans,
you want to know the name of the grant?
Specific
grant? Like, I don't get what you're saying.
Not even just that, because there isn't anything specific that
we're doing.
We're receiving.
Y'all receive citizenship. Y'all receive opportunities that y'all didn't deserve. Y'all receiving platforms y'all don't deserve to be on. Y'all getting opportunities y'all didn't work for. Talking about specifically the government. I wouldn't give a fuck with it. First of all, y'all get food assistance. Y'all get all these immigrant bills, these loans. Y'all get first time ownership. Y'all get a bunch of things that we don't get, and y'all get what we do get. The problem is y'all getting things that we fought for and died for. That's a problem. Y'all don't deserve nothing, so y'all should get nothing. So by you getting anything in America, it's a violation. Y'all shouldn't get it anyway. That's first of all. First of all, bitch, you shouldn't be in our spaces. First of all, you shouldn't be on our platforms. That's first of all. Y'all should get nothing from it. America owes you nothing. Let's start there. America owes you nothing. So don't ask me what we get that we don't get. Y'all ain't supposed to get nothing that we get. Y'all ain't supposed to get nothing that we get. Let's start there. Y'all don't deserve nothing that we get. We're not equals in this equation. We're not going to your land and getting shit. Y'all come on here and get opportunity. Y'all don't deserve. We go there, we get nothing. We get begging. Girls go to Ghana and get murdered.
So we come over here, y'all assume we have the money because we come from the States, which to a certain degree, because the city is less, sure. But you have to think too, like, let's say me, myself, I have busted my tail to save money to be able to come over here. So when you raise the price on me and I'm not some millionaire, you know what I mean? It's very disheartening because I save money to come here. I don't have a lot of money, you know what I mean? So in the States, I think there's a misconception that black people have the money. As a majority, I mean, there are individuals, but as a majority, we have the least money in the States. So we come over here.
And another Black American woman lost her life. And in fact, this was like a grandmother. She was an elderly woman murdered by two people in Ghana. I think one of them was Togolese, or I don't know, but it was in Ghana. And the most disturbing part is they use juju. I'm going to get into the article in a minute, but I just want to say, I reported on this before about Black American women being unalive in Africa, and far too often we hear these stories. Our people really have to wake up because we are under the false perception that Africa is our home, and when we go over to these countries, we can just blend in and think that these are people. And time again, we have seen these stories pop up of Black American women particularly being unalive by the men over there.
Y'all not that's what y'all getting. Y'all not getting murdered. Y'all not getting taxes. Y'all don't got little kids begging y'all. Y'all don't got people in the airport begging y'all for everything y'all do every step of the way. Y'all getting taxed. Y'all ain't getting paid double for your services like we get taxed over there. Let's start there. Every time a Black American goes over there to Africa, any part of Africa, we get charged double and triple. The prices go up magically as opposed to the native. Y'all don't get that here. Let's start there. That's one difference. That's one nuance. Y'all get treated like us, and yes, you never get treated like us. But when we go there, we don't get treated like y'all. Let's start there. And y'all fucking always begging. No one's begging y'all in America. Your cabs is beggars. Airport niggas is beggars. Every time somebody go to a store, y'all just fucking beggars. Let's start there. Y'all not getting begged. That's one privilege y'all getting that we don't get over there. That's one difference.
No, you have not pointed out any simple, direct way you can know that Black people are lazy, but yet y'all can claim and give us that title. You don't know. You don't know that. This is what
Chinese
you heard.
people give y'all that title.
No. Africans as well. A lot.
Chinese people don't give us a title. Chinese people are not in America's way. Chinese people don't live amongst us. Chinese people call Africans lazy because they taking y'all land and y'all opportunity. They building y'all infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? Chinese people ain't doing shit for. Chinese people ain't doing nothing that we ain't already done. But Africa's undeveloped. They developing y'all countries. They call Africans lazy. They don't call us lazy.
Avec lui quand on parle, tu auras l'impression comme ça se chamaille. Non, sa façon de parler.
你真的是，你很懒，你要干什么？不是我干什么，你都不准备一下，把这盖怎么叠呀？盖呀？你看我都在这做着准备，你这真的是。
I saw the story from Brother Evan.
And the comment section down there was very sensitive. It looks like a lot of African people got triggered. And when I say African people, I mean black people got triggered in the comment section. They were happy that, yes, brother, you brought this topic to us. However, who is he as this Chinese man to tell us what to do in our continent? How dare he say such things to us as African people, the owners of the continent, the owners of the motherland, what to do with our country, how we live, what right does he have? Ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry to say that I really do agree with this Chinese man. You can literally look in the eyes of that African man, looking at this Chinese man, go like, bro, I understand what you're talking about. I felt this man when he said that African people, for as long as they have what to put in their stomachs today, they will literally say tomorrow I will drink water. I wish I could say he is lying. I am for my people. He is talking about my people. But I tell you, a lot of African people have that mindset. A lot of African people say, hey, tomorrow will take care of itself. It's even a saying in Africa that tomorrow will take care of itself. African people can be content with what they have today and not mind about tomorrow. Be it working, be it studying, be it family, be it everything. Now, every avenue that you know that will make a person grow and be rich or be stable or have a good life, African people can easily neglect that. African people can go around having sex and be like, hey, I don't care if I get pregnant. The world will take care of this child tomorrow when I'm not around. Yeah, the neighbor can feed this child. Like literally a lot of African people have this mindset that we don't care about tomorrow. Be it work, African people will lack professionalism. I lived in the Gulf and I tell you, after working with the Arabs, after working with the Indians, after working with the whites, coming back to the motherland, you get to realize how lazy Africans we are. Like, it is sickening. You find people here, you are giving them your money to do a service, they can barely deliver. They cannot come on time, they can never be professional, they can't take you serious, but they want the money. And you ask yourself, what do African people want? Like, how are you going to be rich and have a good life for yourself when you cannot even barely think about working and putting in the work and be professional? Like, really, people don't care. You want delivery from an African person? They can barely deliver. We can barely deliver. It's just that when we go to outside countries, you get ready to see the real world. I tell you, from an African point of view, from a Ugandan point of view, after working with the Arabs, after working with the Asians, bro, when I came back home, like, everybody pisses me off. I look at people, I'm like, damn, you are lazy.
I think the majority of we, the Liberians, are lazy. Very, very lazy. We don't want to work.
Sending money back home or to your extended family is such a common African practice that I absolutely hate. I saw my dad doing it, and I don't even know any of my extended family. I saw him doing it with his brothers, with his sisters, with his grandparents, parents, like everyone in the family. As long as you have a job, they expect you to share that money accordingly. And that is just something I will not be participating in. I already knew I would never participate in this. Like, how do you come and tell me, oh, my kids are starving? Yeah, they're starving because you're fucking lazy. Get off your ass, get a job, and feed your kids. And also, there's this one like extended family member of ours, and she used to ask my dad for money, and she texted me, and she asks me for money. You've been asking my dad for money since before I was born. I was raised, I grew up. Now you're asking me for money. You lazy son of a bitch. I'm not fitting your habits. Clearly, you're too lazy to be alive. I will let you starve. The fuck?
First of all, yes, I think that South Africans are lazy. I think that we as South Africans are lazy.
We don't deal with Chinese people unless it's a Chinese fucking store. They call Africans. Let's not confuse that. These immigrants be projecting. It's a lot of projecting. The shit they go through, they put it on us. They like to lie. And just to make themselves feel better about themselves. No, you are peasants. You are lazy. We ain't got the same starting points. We was slaves. We only been free for about 159 years. And Half of that was under Jim Crow. We still was under oppression. So technically, would have been free for about 50, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? And when we was free, we was under a crack epidemic. We was under martial law from the law. We was called super predators. Nigga, we still under attack by the police. So does not compare who's lazy. A black American can't be fucking lazy when we built the country. You know who is lazy? The people who don't build a country and come here and get opportunities they don't deserve. That's lazy. Immigrants are lazy. Immigrants from third world countries are lazy. We the only first world people. Let's not confuse that. Black Americans are the only first world people in the world, and we make shit better for everybody. Y'all all fly and come amongst us, come in our proximity. We give y'all confidence. We give y'all culture. We make it comfortable for y'all to be black. Stop comparing. Stop doing the comparing. There's no comparison. There is no comparison in culture and contribution in nothing. In no category are we the same.
A lot of foreign people or immigrant people are doing that. We're not going to cut the slack. Oh, it's everybody doing that shit to black Americans.
That is. But do you know how hard it is? No, listen. Do you know how hard it is to leave your country, our home, Africa, wherever in Africa, to now to even get a visa in itself is hard. It's not.
You know how hard it is to stay in your country and build it up? It's easy to leave. It's easy to abandon your whole country. Nigga, anybody could leave and abandon something. Anybody could quit something. You know how hard it is to stay? Y'all not even oppressed by white people. Y'all come from countries that's predominantly black. Nigga, we are a minority here. Y'all don't have a KKK. Y'all don't have a system that oppresses, that slave you, that hate y'all. Y'all don't have that. Y'all don't have a system where it put immigrants before y'all. They put y'all people first where you from. Because y'all lazy, y'all don't develop nothing. No, we not projecting as if it's hard to leave a country. Easy shit you could do is leave a fucked up country for a better one. You ain't leaving a easy country to come to a harder one. You leaving a harder country to come to an easier one. And who made it easy? We made it easy. We made it opportunities. We the reasons why you here. So all that, you know how hard it is? No, bitch, it ain't hard. It's easy to do what you're doing. It's easy to be in your country. It's easy to leave shit undeveloped. It's easy not to work and build infrastructure. It's easy to go where shit's already built, opportunities already made already. Easy. And we did the work here. You didn't contribute to nothing here in America. So don't tell me about how hard it is to leave your country. No, bitch, you think it's easy to leave your country for a better one. AC. Cars, elevators, pacemakers, better hospitals, better education, better everything. You left hell to come to heaven. It's easy to leave hell to go to heaven. You know how easy it is to leave hell and go to heaven? That's a no-brainer. That's what y'all doing. Y'all leave hell to come to heaven. Black American heaven. Like, it's so easy. Look. For us, this is America been hell to us, but this is heaven for y'all. It's like y'all sold y'all soul to come here. Everything we reject, y'all accept. Everything we don't deal with, y'all would deal with white people. Y'all think white supremacy ain't that bad. Y'all come here and y'all co-sign white people and work for white people. Look, our crumbs is your luxury meals. Our slums is your luxury housing. Our shelters is better than your fucking huts. Y'all shit behind your hut. Y'all shit outside. Y'all dig holes and shit. Now we have commodes, toilets, and bidets now. Y'all used to bathe in the fucking river. Now we got tubs. Now you got showers. Y'all got pools now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all used to drink dirty water. Now we got flavored Fuji water. We got fucking spring water. We got vitamin water. We got soda juices. We got all types of shit now. Y'all used to goat milk. We got cow milk, cashew milk, almond milk. We got all types of shit. Y'all used to walk for miles and miles to fucking fetch water. We got cars now, Ubers, taxis. Y'all used to hunt for y'all fucking food and eat shrubs and shit. Now we got grocery stores. Look, you come to America, it's coming 500 years into the future. We knew it took 17 cents to feed you niggas a month. What are you talking about? It was hard. How hard is it to leave? No, you fucking deflecting and you lying like we stupid. The easiest decision is the best. Y'all dream of coming here. This is your American dream. Nigga, you know how easy it is to decide your dream over your fucking reality? Africa's your fucking reality. It's your hell. Y'all escaping hell to come here. The white man is your fucking Jesus. What do you mean it's hard? The best thing you ever did was leave Africa. If it's so hard, why is it millions of y'all fucking leaving your fucking continent and your countries? Why is y'all shedding your culture so much? Why is you dressed like us? Why ain't you in barefoot showing them titties like other Africans do? That's how you dress in your country. Why you ain't making noises and shit? Now you speaking English. Fuck is you talking about? Nigga, being here is way better. Even though it's hell to us, it's hard to us, but that's our threshold. Our threshold, our minimum threshold, our floor threshold is your ceiling. It's your glass ceiling. Our minimum is your fucking best. It's your best. Y'all come here, y'all don't bring nothing. All y'all do is take the opportunities. Look, shit we reject is an opportunity, y'all. Shit we don't give a fuck about is an opportunity, y'all. White men love using y'all. Y'all are diet black people. Y'all not really black. Y'all are the diet version. The generic knockoff. Y'all work for cheaper. They can say all types of jokes and disrespect y'all more. Y'all gotta tolerate that shit. Y'all parents told y'all to tolerate white people and they never mind what they call you. Y'all always want to blame us for calling y'all names and shit. They call y'all way worse things, but your parents told y'all to kiss white ass and to hate black Americans. It's easy to come here. It's easy to leave your whole family. We got all this technology now. Y'all ain't got to kick cans no more. Now you can kick soccer balls, baseball, basketball. Y'all can do so much now. Y'all ain't got to be nappy-headed, peasy-headed motherfuckers no more. Now you can get edge-ups, go to barbershops. Y'all can look like us. Y'all can talk like us. Y'all got to play that garbage-ass music, Afro beats. Now you can listen to some R&B, Michael Jackson, Tupac, Jay-Z, Nas, Stevie Wonder, The Temptations, the Four Tops, the Isley Brothers. You got so much variety. You got different... Everything is in abundance here. There's nothing where you come from. It's monotony. It's the same people, same faces. It's a variety here. This is your heaven. It's been hell for us, but it's heaven to you. You can't, who you think you talking to? You know how hard it is. Bitch, the easiest thing you did was got your black ass over here in America, and you ain't never going back. You ain't never going back unless you want to show off to your fucking village. Bitch, y'all got dirt roads. Well, now we got highways, sidewalks, and streets over here. Y'all was living in mud huts. We got cement walls, we got brick wood, we got all types of shit now. Welcome to the fucking future. Stop acting like it was so hard to make it the best choice you ever made. Only thing you ever dreamed of. You and your family was coming here amongst the American people. Fuck y'all talking to it was hard. Bitch, please. It's hard going back. I dare you to go back and live there. That's hard. It's hard it's hard tasting this America motherfucking fruit and going back to that bitter ass tree of no fruit called Africa. That's hard. I dare you to go. I dare all y'all to go back. That's the hard. Y'all rather die before y'all go back. Y'all never going back to Africa. That's the hard part. Fuck you. You think you talking to? You know how hard it is? Shut the fuck up, bitch. I swear to God, white people could slave y'all today. Y'all be happy to be white people slaves. If it was y'all in them boats and it was us who stayed in Africa, nigga, y'all still be fucking slaves. Y'all so happy to tap dance for these white people. Y'all love being amongst these white people so fucking. I mean, that's how docile and how much a bitch y'all are. That's how you motherfuckers. Why would you escape a whole continent full of black people if you so fucking proud? How you proud to be where you from if you escape where you from, if you leave where you from, if you ain't going back where you from? Doesn't make sense to me. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Our crumbs is your fucking 5-star meals. We knew it took 16 cents to feed y'all fucking month. We knew you have flies on your face. Y'all forgot. Y'all come here and act all bold and proud and shit. Y'all don't think we know where the fuck y'all come from? We don't know what y'all escaping. We don't know. You don't think and they also come here and bring in AIDS. You think you don't know how they use y'all with them fucking injecting them needles and all that shit, the experiment they spit on y'all. They using y'all for diabolical warfare. We know they using y'all for biological warfare, AIDS and all types of other fucking diseases y'all. They done gave y'all in them fucking shots and shit. You don't think we know? You don't think we know how high AIDS is in your country? You don't think we know how high the paternity rate in your country? You know, y'all be acting like y'all be so married and nigga, you know how many orphans it is, how many single mothers it is in your country? Y'all want to look down upon us? The easiest thing it is to do is leave all that shit and come here and act high and mighty. But we ain't letting y'all rock no fucking more. We knocking y'all down every time. You niggas ain't high and mighty. You ain't no fucking kings and queens. You are peasants here. Paternity fraud is sky high in all you third world countries. Orphans and all types of shit, sex swings, slavery, all types of shit happens. where you come from. It's easy to escape. Burna Boy told us, y'all Nigerians have nothing to be proud about. What are you talking about? Y'all don't go amongst white people. Y'all go amongst us. And when y'all do go amongst white people, y'all be bell winching and y'all be getting treated like shit. But you rather get treated like shit by them than by us. Yeah, see, this is the thing about these immigrant niggas, right? They be mad because we call them booty scratchers because they talk different. Yeah, kids are harsh, but you go around these white people as adults and they call you N-words, all types of spirit chuckers, all types of shit to your face as adults. You might get it bad from us because we don't know better as children, but the adult white people treat y'all ain't accepted by their families. They be offing y'all. Y'all are doofy. Africans are doofus. And we ain't forget y'all sold us. We ain't forget, we share opportunities with people who sold us. We sharing our hard work with people who sold us. So you know, how does it feel to have to compete with people you sold that you thought you was better than? Y'all always say, I don't come from slavery. I come from, and by the way, Africa has a bunch of slaves right now today. Y'all slaves today. Africa, Nigeria, all your countries, Libya, Sudan, bunch of slaves. But I don't know what y'all picking. Y'all be like sex slaves and shit, but a bunch of slaves. No, Arab niggas be slaving the fuck out y'all. Y'all slaves today. We were slaves 150 years. Y'all slaves today. I just want to say that because I don't come from slaves. Yes, the fuck you do. Your cousin's a slave. Your niece, your aunt, somebody in your family's a slave. Or y'all doing the slave trading still. Y'all peasants. Y'all scumbags. Y'all have no moral or integrity. All this tribalism keep y'all divided. I'm going to say this too. Pan-African only exists within the Black America. Let me explain. It's not to be extended to other Africans and Caribbeans either. We all came from different tribes, African tribes and Native American tribes. We bit of both, right? But we put all the differences aside to become one group, one ethnic group. Though we was forced to, but that's what we did. It don't matter if you came from Nigeria or you came from Ghana or you came from the home. It don't matter where we came from. We decided to put all that shit aside and we won. Granted, the white man forced us to do it. But Africa never did this. Africa never put their tribalism aside. They never do. They never put their jealousy aside. They jealous of one another. They hate one another. They come here with that shit. Their parents teach them division. Their parents teach them how to hate. Their parents are haters. They come here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So all this hard work, no. All this Pan-Africanism, no. That's us. We do the hard work. We're the Pan-Africans amongst ourselves. Not to be extended to no Africans or no Caribbeans. And peace to the, and I'm gonna say this too, peace to Caribbean niggas. Y'all be watching my, I'm cool with some of y'all niggas. It ain't that I have a hate towards none of y'all, but the disrespect that some of y'all do makes me go at everybody. If it was peace and respectful, I would never have to bust these guns off, you know what I'm saying? But nigga, y'all start your shit, nigga. We must let y'all know what time it is. It's y'all in our territory. I have the home team advantage.
You know how hard it is to build America for free,
right now, though,
for free, and not to get anything? Because you're only speaking from an African perspective.
But if it's so hard, why do millions of people do it every day, every year, every week, every month?
I don't want it to nigga.
Good point. If it's so hard, why do why do y'all come in here in droves if it's so hard? If it's so hard to stay in your country, and if it's so hard to leave your country, why is there millions of immigrants in America? Why is there hundreds of millions of immigrants in America if it's so hard to leave? No, it's easy. It's easy. Y'all not using reverse. Y'all not smarter than us. Trying to use reverse psychology. Nah, that ain't hard. He made a good point.
But what I don't want to happen is I don't want no one to take away from the hard work that Africans are doing to get to where they are. We're not getting.
We're not doing that.
Africans are not doing no hard work. Don't let nobody tell you Africans or Caribbeans are doing hard work by coming to America. Work here in America is easy compared to where they from. They make 1,000 times more here than they do where they're from. If they was doing hard work, what's the fruit of their hard work then? We built like 107 schools in America. We got 99 HBCUs. We built those. We built hospitals. We built banks. Though they destroyed it and sabotaged it, and though segregation fucked everything up too. But before segregation, we actually built things. We had banks. We had land. We had infrastructure. We had Harlem. We had Durham. We had Charlotte. We had Atlanta. We had Oklahoma. We had these pockets of success. We have histories and books that prove we work hard and we are independent of white people. we can succeed within white people. I don't see a Nigerian neighborhood yet. I see a Caribbean, but I don't see a Jamaican neighborhood. It's a bunch of mixed Caribbeans and blacks amongst them. And those neighborhoods you see that's Caribbean or African, whatever, there was black Americans first. They had to move amongst us. They couldn't go somewhere else and do that. They had to come amongst us. And when they get large numbers, they want to start celebrating these fucking flags. It amazes me how cowards want to show their flags. That amazes me.
But if you come here and you saying disrespect to African American, look,
it's literally they're
can I ask y'all a question? Y'all know Hispanic people, right? Mm-hmm. If a person doesn't know Spanish, but he's still considered Puerto Rican, right? Don't every Puerto Rican person still claim they're Puerto Rican? They're not. You American Spanish. They don't say that shit. But we got to hear from African people how we're not as black as they are because we were born in America.
Africans are not black.
Ourselves abantu abantsundu. Now, untsundu does not mean black. We call ourselves abantu bomgquba. Now, umgquba does not mean black. We call ourselves abantu bomthonyama. Umthonyama does not mean black. We call ourselves bana batari. Tari does not mean black. We call ourselves Beketu. Beketu does not mean black. We have always called ourselves by what we called ourselves. Singamaxhosa, Rebapedi, Mavenda, Mashangani. We never called ourselves by color.
This whole person to say this, but us Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black. Let me ask you a question. Are Moroccans and Egyptians black? Tradition, our history, our culture are so much more different compared to these other countries that are actually black. Joshua Bill, if you're not black, what are you? I'm Somali.
Am I the only one who saw this on their For You page today?
I'm not black, I'm African.
Is that not black?
No.
Oh.
It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? I came in a plane, they came in chains. Yeah, I'm passenger in their cargo. Why are you laughing? Oh, that's racist. That's racist. That's racist.
About the US, I knew all about Martin Luther King, I'd read Roots, but it seemed very distant. In Nigeria, I never really thought of myself as black. I didn't need to. I thought of myself as Igbo. I thought of myself as Christian. I think those are the two things. Ethnicity and religion are the two things that I think really sort of serve as identifiers for us in Nigeria, and also serve as the sources of conflict. But not race. And then I went to the US and suddenly I was black. And it was very strange at first. And now that I think about it, very uncomfortable. I didn't want to be black.
Africans come here and find blackness. Caribbeans come here and find blackness. There is no, look, a whole African continent, nobody identifies as black. They identify as a tribe. They don't know they're black until they learn English and they come amongst us and white people show them they're not white. And then they see our culture and how we embrace each other, how we proud, how we black and proud, how we got black power, how we got black girl magic, how we got all this. We are black. We got black history. They study our black history. They watch our black cinema. They watch our black shows. They blackness is vicariously through us. Check it out, right? I'm gonna tell you how they're not black. Every ethnicity in the world had its own color. They wouldn't be our color. They wouldn't be our people. So that's what I'm saying. We allow people who have a skin tone to identify as us. In Europe, a German is not a French person. A Brit that doesn't embrace a Scottish person or an Irish person. They all hate each other. We all have different kind of color, you know what I'm saying? But in America, everybody can be white and it's all good. But even amongst white people, all white ain't treated equal. It's still hierarchy. It's still hierarchies and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like the peak of whiteness is blonde hair and blue eye. Then it's the blind, then it's the brunettes, then it's the redheads, and everybody has a ranking. That's the same. But we let other people black we like the same. We have the same history. We have the same ideology. We have the same behavior. We have the same thoughts. We don't talk the same, even though they mimic us. They fucking parakeets, but we ain't the same. These aren't our people. Africans and Caribbeans are not our people. They're not. That is not. I mean, no disrespect to no Caribbeans or Africans, but we're not tribe. We're not gang. We're just not. Y'all humans like we humans. We are respectable as a human. Y'all no different from white people. No different from Puerto Ricans and Latinos. Y'all no different. That is a group of people that's not us. That's not even disrespect. That's just what it is. I won't give a fuck because you got brown skin. We don't give a fuck if you from Africa. We ain't from Africa. Nah, what the fuck? Big difference.
Okay.
I think when it comes to this conversation, it's just, like I said, it's very disingenuous to say Black Americans are lazy, especially when Black Americans are the reason why your family was able to leave your country and come to a better country and have a better opportunity. And we can't act like some Africans came here because their families were well off. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's not act like every family was poor.
It's a very small percentage.
No, let's not act like every family was poor. They came over here struggling.
A lot of Africans are here because of corruption. They had to flee them countries. A lot of Africans are descendants of slave owners and corruption in the government. These ain't everyday Africans. These ain't them niggas you see in mud huts and eating monkeys. These are the niggas you see on YouTube dancing in the dirt. These are the motherfuckers you see dancing for chicken. These are the educated blacks. These are how they get educated. You know what I'm saying? How these motherfuckers get all these privileges? This is a different class of black people. These are the top class. These ain't the bottom class black people in Africa. These are the top Africans that come here. These ain't the poor. I mean, even though they come here, they still be bums. They drive car Ubers and shit. But these are the best of Africa. Nigga, this is an African brain drain. We get the best of Africans. That's why they think they're better than everybody. That's why they think they compete with us, because they are the best of them. We don't get your everyday Africans. We don't get your everyday water fetcher. You know what I'm saying? We don't get your zebra eater. We don't get your lion dodgers. We won't get them. You know what I'm saying? We don't get your cheetah runners. We don't cheetah hunters. We don't get them that shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't get the fucking gazelle raisers. We don't get that. Gazelle farmers and shit. We don't get them that. Like, if you notice, they always let their exceptions represent for the majority of the country, right? Say, like, there is 700,000 Nigerians in America. Let's say that. It is, you know what I'm saying? But it's 280 million Nigerians in Nigeria. So that's about 3%, right? And the whole 3% isn't successful in America. So let's say 1% of Nigeria is successful and they marry and they have good families. The rest of them is bums. Like, the majority of Nigeria are bums, beggars, orphans, AIDS infested, single mothers, violent, gangs, militias. Like, we let them people come here and use their best as representatives of who they really not. These people are exceptions, but yet we allow them to use our worst people as representatives of us in our own country. There is never no educated people to combat these type of women or type of conversations. There is never no real full-blood Black American with the knowledge to ever conversate with these people to correct them. There was never no fact-checking. We just let immigrants come here and spout lies, and other people go and hear that shit and take it for facts. Nigerians who are here have family, and they're all beggars. Nigerians and Africans come from beggars. When you see one here, guarantee you they have 10 people on their phone begging for money, begging to send money back. We don't have that. We allow these people to fucking say anything without being fact checked and to be proud and feel safe and confident. We allow people to be stupid. We don't shame people for being stupid and ignorant. We just allow them to be ignorant and call people ignorant amongst their ignorance. What the fuck kind of shit is this? The whole staff on this podcast are half Jamaicans and half some. These niggas is not full-blood Black Americans. Therefore, they shouldn't be talking about full-blood Black American shit. Being half Black American doesn't make you a representative of Black America. I don't give a fuck. The only one we let slide is Malcolm X. The rest of you motherfuckers, shut the fuck up. Y'all don't speak for us. Y'all don't live a full Black American life. Y'all don't have a full Black American experience, especially if your mother not Black American. Especially if the Black American side ain't the predominant side. Y'all shut the fuck up. If you a Black American bitch, you dating an African, you are weird. Weird as fuck. What this nigga gotta... You think this nigga have culture? You think he's using you. These African niggas use black women. And African women try to use black men. Africans in Africa use not only black women, they use white women. They use anybody from the West. These people are users. They use people in Africa and they kill them for their property. They marry them. They do all types of scandalous shit. People in hard working in Africa, they are beggars. These are the worst people. Black Americans ain't fucking beggars. You ever seen them funky bitches in nail shops who do hair and you see African bitches in these hair shops? You ever see how funky they look and funky they be? You see these bitches who be talking to you, the bitches who be doing your hair, talking in Africa? These bitches be the worst, dustiest bitches you could ever see. Dustiest bitches. Be barefoot in the shop. Bitch, why you barefoot in the shop? Go on the phone and talk on the sidewalk, go barefooted. This bitches don't think so. This bitch to be barefoot.
Africa is a third world country. This is a first world country. So 9 times out of 10, everyone is coming over here.
It's a third world continent. These bitches is dumb. I want you to know, we dealing with some dumb bitches. These bitches are not intelligent bitches, by the way. These are some dumb, unattractive bitches. These bitches is unattractive. Makeup, weave. These bitches unattractive bitches. And they stupid. Both of them are stupid. These bitches are stupid.
Yeah, so that's what their point is. We're starting from zero.
By the way, the bitch is gonna be starting from zero. She's half American. Her mom is American. Her father, I bet her father don't. Her mom's American, so she's a half black. This is what I'm saying. These half bitches are loyal to. How you more loyal to? How you got more proud? How you half American, right? And you proud to be African? There is nothing to be proud about. What are you proud about being African? Your father had to flee to your mom's country. It's more, more of American because you don't speak that. She don't speak that African shit. She went just like them African niggas. She you know what I'm saying? She's not even speaking her African tone. They're speaking American dialect. It's her big back in the face ass right here, all out of breath, sitting down. Bitch ain't doing no exercise and she's fucking out of breath. Asthma breath ass bitch. This her right here is almost some macaroni and cheese and cookouts. Bitch, that ain't African. Bitch, pick a side, bitch. Africans don't have no fucking cookouts. Y'all make motherfucking macaroni and cheese, auntie and uncles and shit. That's American shit. Bitch, go to Africa and do some African shit. Have a fucking roast of warhog or some shit. What you have roasts, dance over the fire, butt naked or something. You do some. The fuck y'all Africans be having? You fucking marinating Mary cat ass.
So, is it me or did we just miss out on our COVID years as far as like Labor Day? Because what are barbecues? Like, I'm supposed to be getting text messages like, let's go to Uncle Eddie's house, we having a cookout, or okay, should I go to Cousin Morgan's house because she got that good macaroni and cheese? Like, Labor Day is not Labor Day.
Bitches like you in labor, you all out of breath and shit. It's like, order 2025 snacks from Twinkies and shit. Twinkie got a new frosting cream. It got glitter in it. They saying Friday. Oh, baby D. This bitch is a baby D. She ain't even that big, but you know her future is a fat bitch. She has a fine future in being a fat bitch. She's a future fat bitch. And not fat shame. Ain't nothing wrong with fat shame. I'm a fat nigga myself, but she's a future fat bitch. Why is she breathing like this? Bitch sound like she's sweating. I never heard a bitch sound like she's sweating before. This bitch sound like she is fucking sweating. Bitch, you Darth Vader daughter? Bitch, they sound exhausted. Bitch, why you sound exhausted for? Bitch, you sitting down talking. This a big bed, border bed back bitch. This bitch sound like she's doing 1,000 jumping jacks. This bitch saying she ran 4 miles. So, bitch, what do you do it, bitch? Where the cookouts at? You the fat little cousin who want to eat all the fucking time. Where the cookouts at? Where the sweet potatoes? She's a big bitch. It's big bitching. Big bitch, big backing.
Because where was the barbecues? Like, are we the new aunties? Or is it because I'm in my 30s and I don't know, we're just like expecting to go to somebody else's house? I don't know. Like, it's because nobody wants to work? What is it? Because, baby.
The bitch is an idiot.
Literally.
That's what the
Black Americans started
no
from
credit,
zero
no
too.
nothing.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
But we're talking about right now. We're coming here with no credit, no nothing, no job.
Why would you have credit? And no credit is good credit. And you come here with a plan of opportunity. Y'all don't just come here not knowing y'all don't have a plan. You will fail. No. Y'all come here with a job in mind, training in mind. Y'all come here informants or government betrayers. Y'all come here, nigga, it's some backdoor shit that's going on now we don't know about, but it's definitely some backdoor. Y'all not just coming, y'all not the layman's. Nah. No. Yes, you might be poor by American standards, but y'all fucking paid by Africa standards. Stop the bullshit, bitch.
Neither are we.
Our degrees in Africa or wherever, Nigeria, Ghana. We can't.
It's like going to middle school.
We're starting over from.
We don't even have an education system to prosper
but for
from.
you to now sit there and try to say that Africans, we're not working as hard or we're getting things easier.
I don't think we're saying that. We're saying we don't fair. We don't
y'all not working as hard. What's the results? So if y'all think y'all working as hard as us, right? Where is your schools at? How can y'all give them back to Africa? Where's the fruit? Black Americans done built schools in Africa. We done gave y'all water. Work harder than who? Who you working harder than? Who you comparing yourself in? To crackheads and bums? And who you working harder than in America? He said it's not fair. It's not fair for you to be here. It's not fair for you to work here. It's not fair for you to have the opportunities to be here. That's not fair. That's why we're pushing to deport all immigrants. Nigga, voting Trump and deporting all immigrants. Like we gonna line these motherfuckers. We gonna get these motherfuckers cases. We get them the fuck out of here. What we gotta do to get immigrants the fuck out of here? That's what we gotta do. Fuck all of them. It's not fair, bitch. The nerve of you to be amongst us this comfortable lying and making shit up. Though I blame it on ignorance. These bitches are ignorant. Ignorant bitches. Ignorant bitches, my nigga. Let's continue.
See, as now 2025, 2024, we still seeing that narrative push that don't go to those Black Americans. They ratchet, they ghetto, they don't got no culture, which is just, to me, is very disrespectful. And it is a slap in the face, like as somebody who's Black American.
Let me ask you something. What country in Africa are you from?
I'm from America. That's what we're saying. Just like a Jamaican, just like a no, hold on. Just like
that's dumb, bitch. A first generation African always want to ask nigga who been here for 20 generations what country did he come from? Africa. We didn't just come from Africa. First of all, we came from a variety of Africa. Our skin alone lets you know we have some African in us, right? And that's just a theory. I don't believe life came from Africa. That hasn't been proven yet. That's just a theory. But let's say we have the skin to say we came from Africa. What does it matter what part we came from? We've been here 20 generations. Bitch, in 20 generations, your kids won't know what part of Africa you came from or your mother came from. And it doesn't matter where we came from. It's where we at now. If where you from was so important, you still would be there. You're here asking us where we from. See, the problem is these Africans go places around the world and white people in Europe always let them know no matter what, you was born here, where you from. Like, for example, right? UK Black Brits. These Black Brits in UK. They be like, I'm from Britain. They tell us they from Britain, right? Tell us this bullshit. But somebody white ask them where they from, they be like, I'm from Britain. They don't know, but where you really from? Which means, nigga, y'all not native to this country where y'all really from. So they have an insecurity about being from. They always be reminded of where they come from. And plus, nigga, their parents are actually from these fucking villages in these huts. So it's not hard. Ask your mom what hut you from, what village you from. It's easy. We've been here for fucking 400 years. We've been American longer than they've been Nigerian or been whatever country, because all Africa was named in the 1800s. Countries. And these are the dates of African countries. Libya was founded in July 26, 1887. South Africa, May 21st, 1910. Egypt, February 28th, 1922, Ethiopia, 1941, Libya, December 1955, Sudan, January 1st, 1956, Morocco, March 2nd, 1956, Tunisia, whatever that shit is, March 26th, 1950, March 20th, 1956, Morocco, April 7th, 1957, Ghana, 1957. I have grandparents older than these countries. Morocco, April 57, Ghana, 1856. So that's where we come from. Motherfucker, nigga, America was established in 1875. Look at these companies. Senegal, April 4th, 1960. Togo Republic, April 27th, 1960. Mali, September 22nd, 1960. Madagascar, June 26, 1960. Somali, July 1961. Benin Republic, Nigeria, 1960. Again, fuck that word. Republic of Ivory Coast. Chad Republic, August 11th, 1960. I have parents older than some of these countries. You know what I'm saying? Congo. So they ask us where we from. Ask them, motherfucker, how long? Ask them where was he from before motherfucking the colonies named they. So when they ask us where we from, ask them where was they from before their countries got named. Because listen, we was here hundreds of years before some of these countries. Look at Tunisia, 1961, December 9th. July, I don't know the fucking word. Rwanda, July 1962. Algeria, July 3rd, 1962. Uganda, October 9th. Look, these countries is fucking new. They ain't even 3 generations in a country. We like 20 generations in America. 1775, but we was here since 1619. We was, nigga, we don't know where we come from. Well, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Ecuador, Ghana, what was it, Ghana? Look at this shit. They don't know where they from. Their countries is new. South Sudan, 2011. Damn, that's shit. I'm older than that fucking country. Eritrea, state, May 24th, 1993. I'm older than Eritrea. Namibia Republic, or whatever that shit is. I don't know the fucking African names. 1990. I'm older than that country. So they ask us where we from. Nigga, not only we know where we from, we have paper to back it. We have parents older than some of these countries. Our countries are hundreds of years older than theirs. We have way more history than them. For them to come here and act like we don't know where we're from, I bet none of them know what they fucking countries was kingdoms before they came here. They're from kingdoms. They don't even know what kingdoms they're really from. We was in America when it was colonies, right? When it became America in 1775, we was here already. We was here before America was born. The Europeans didn't name these African countries and these tribes up until like the 1870s, 1880s. We was American longer than y'all been Nigerian, longer than y'all been Liberian, longer than y'all been from Togo, longer than y'all been from Ghana, longer than y'all been from South Africa, longer than y'all been from Sudan, or whatever country y'all come from. We've been in America longer than y'all been from any African nation. American nation is older than every African country as far as name and settlement and establishment goes. We didn't come from African countries anyway, because let's say we was African. When we came, there wasn't no countries yet. There was only kingdoms.
We was kings.
Yeah. We was kings. What you mean? No, but seriously though. Seriously. We were
in territories. We didn't come from no fucking African countries at all. Let's be clear. We can say we came from modern day Nigeria. We can say modern day Sierra Leone and all that shit, but it didn't exist when we was there. These countries are new. The Berlin Conference named these countries. So the audacity to y'all niggas new kids on the block. We more American than y'all are African, or whatever country y'all from. We more American than they're from any country in Africa. We was American longer. And our roots go back, our paperwork go back. They can't go back a generation of 3. They don't have paperwork. They wasn't even born in hospitals. Niggas was born in the bush somewhere. Like the nerve of these people. Bitch, where was you born at? If I now want you American, ask these people what street they was born in. Ask the African, okay, yes, this is where we from. We ain't from Africa at all. We from kingdoms. We came from kingdoms. Y'all come from countries. Big difference, right? But I bet you I know what address I was born at. I was born in Yale New Haven Hospital. What hospital you was born in? What floor was you born in, bitch? What time was you born? Let's start asking Africans what street was they born in. They don't have streets. They even have. Ask an African what hospital was their grandparents born in. We don't know where we came from. We know more than we came from. We know the city, town, zip code. We know the time, the date. We know what doctor delivered us. We know who was in the room. They don't know none of this shit. The nerve of them to say that. You don't know where you was from. You don't know who's in the room when you was born. You don't know what time you was born. Nigga, I was born 2:58 in the morning on a Thursday, February. 3rd floor, Yale New Haven Hospital. The fuck they talking about?
Somebody from Jamaica, they're not going to say what country in Africa they're from. Somebody in Haiti is not going to say what country from. They're going to say they're Haitian.
Because they were closer from, what is it called, the triangular slave trade.
What she mean to say is they all third world countries, they all look alike. Haiti, Jamaica. You can't tell the difference between Haiti and Jamaica. You don't know the difference between Haiti and Brazil. You don't know the difference. You don't know the difference between being any Africa, Sudan, or Nigeria, or South Africa slums. You don't know the difference. It's all look the same. But what she's saying is, everyone is third world and everyone is primitive and poor. Everyone lacks the resources and sophistication as Black Americans. That's what she's saying. You say more closer to slavery? Yeah, y'all more closer to slavery still because y'all haven't developed yet. Y'all not too far from slavery. Y'all still based it in the 1600s. And basically in the 1800s. That's what this dumb bitch means. She can articulate that she's a dumb bitch. Dumb bitch. The Caribbeans and African Americans came to America the same time. The same time. I mean, there was slavery in the Caribbean first. Granted, but we ain't 50 years apart. We ain't 100 years apart. Same time. Difference is we developed way faster because look, white people use the Caribbean just as profit, right? They didn't really move there. They ruled from afar. The British in America, and if we were from Amsterdam, Spaniards, we had settlers here. Settlers. What they fail to realize is America is not just a white country. It's a white and black country. America used to be black and white. Black and white people founded America. So white people lived amongst us. And them same white people who founded America, they're in our DNA.
I think it's time for y'all to admit that the reason that the Black American identity isn't valid to most of you and you question us when we tell you we're from America is because the country we claim to be from is not majority Black. I said what I said and I meant it. Because Haitians, Dominicans, Jamaicans also came to their countries via the slave trade. But when you ask a Jamaican where they're from and they say Jamaica, you say okay. When you ask a Haitian where they're from and they say Haiti, you say okay. When you ask a Dominican where they're from and they say the Dominican Republic, you say okay. But when a Black American says I'm from America, you're going to know where are you really from. And the reason that is because our Blackness isn't valid to you because the country we're from isn't majority Black. And I know it must be jealousy because the fact that Black Americans are in a country where the majority doesn't look like us and we still manage to grow and thrive and build things for ourselves must make some of y'all sick. It must make you sick. But at the end of the day, that's not my problem. I am Black. I'm American. I came here via the slave trade and I'm proud to be an American.
Our world would suck without the amazing contributions of Black Americans. And if that gets in your feelings in some kind of way, well, I got facts on my side. I'll tell you what, come walk with me. Class is in session. This cell phone that you're watching me teach you on would be a worthless paperweight without Tennessee State University graduate Jesse Eugene Russell, the man who came up with the idea of digital wireless networks himself for AT&T. And trying to locate your favorite restaurant without GPS would be extremely difficult without Virginia State University alum Dr. Gladys West, who created such complex math that allowed GPS to be pinpoint accurate. You enjoy 3D, do you? Well, you might as well thank Miss Valerie Thomas, a Morgan State University graduate who came up with a way to translate data from satellites from 2D into 3D. Not only that, she helped to revolutionize farming worldwide with satellite imagery because she was the one that created the language that we could interpret it. Tell you what, go ahead and flip on that light switch for me. That little filament you see burning in the middle that lights up your room, you can thank Lewis Latimer for that. He's also the one that drew Alexander Graham Bell's telephone design on the patent. Summer's coming. It's getting hot. When you go to adjust that AC thermostat of yours, you can thank David Crossway for that. And when you go to work and flip on your computer, you might want to give a nod to Mark Dean, one of the most prolific geniuses at IBM. He gave us the color monitor, the first gigahertz processing chip, and he's listed on 3 of the 9 original patents for the IBM PC. Woo, doggy. I'm just getting warmed up. And seeing that it's Memorial Day weekend, let's go ahead and give a shout out to George Crum, the man who's credited with giving us the American potato chip. And as you bend down to place your golf ball on that golf tee, let's go ahead and thank Harvard dentist George Grant. And the next time a yellow light keeps you from running an intersection and getting T-boned, let's give a shout out to Garrett Morgan, the man who came up with the middle part of the traffic light, who sold the invention for GE for $40,000 and became the first Black American man to own a car in Cleveland. And you can thank Otis Boykin, a Fisk University graduate, for creating and patenting the variable resistance resistor, this tiny little item which made electronics impervious to temperature and atmospheric conditions, driving consumer prices down so we can all afford the fancy electronic gadgets we have. And if you know somebody that's had a pacemaker installed in their chest and it saved their life, You can thank him for that too, because he invented the control module after losing his mom to heart disease. And not only that, he's one of the chief architects for guided missile systems. And where would we be without Dr. Percy Julian, the first person ever to synthesize human hormones from soybeans and yams, building a multi-million-dollar empire along the way. And with summer coming on, we gotta give a shout out to Dr. Lonnie Johnson, the man behind the Super Soaker water gun, and he's still with us. And if you're a gamer, let's go ahead and show some love to Jerry Lawson, the creator of the Fairchild Channel F video game system that uses programmable cartridges. We gotta give a shout out to Dr. Lonnie Johnson, the man behind the Super Soaker water gun, and he's still with us. And if you're a gamer, let's go ahead and show some love to Jerry Lawson, the creator of the Fairchild Channel F video game system that uses programmable cartridges. And what this did is both revolutionize and kick off the video game console industry. And last, but certainly not least, is Frederick McKinley Jones, the man who came up with portable mechanical refrigeration systems. Now, you may not think this is important, but how else do you think frozen foods get to the stores? How else do you have frozen blood banks? This man also came up with the first prototype snowmobile. He patented the first movie ticket dispensing machine and also created the first portable x-ray system among many of his 60 patents. And finally, I want to give a huge, heartfelt and sincere thank you to all of you that have shown me love and support on my journey across America as I walk and talk and create conversation and awareness for HBCUs and share these amazing history stories about Black America.
Take over their buildings. New York was already there for thousands of years. San Francisco was there for thousands of years. Los Angeles was there for thousands of years. They were built by the indigenous people who were Black and Indians as well. The Black people, they weren't brought over by slaves. They are the original owners of America. Black people, African Americans. They don't come from Africa. They were already here. And take over their